Hey, everybody, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. That's right, it's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people. Featuring, as always, the Gentleman Society of Podcasting. Myself, Harvey, my heterosexual life mate, David.
Yellow.
The ever-loving, ever-popping AJ.
They're coming.
Where are they coming to?
On you.
Okay. That probably makes sense.
It's one of those things. I truly don't think aliens have been here yet. I make the joke about, they're the result of humanity by having sex with elephants or something of this nature. But really, if they'd arrived, they'd already be here.
You don't think they've been here at all?
So,
like, not even
I had an idea.
pass by?
I had an idea.
I really don't.
About, I was watching the Tiki Talkies, and String Theory came across my Tiki Talkies. I have a really weird For You page. But then, because then they were talking about like how there could be hundreds or thousands or whatever, an infinite number of us's existing in different timelines and different dimensions and universes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, are the aliens people from those other dimensions who've figured out interdimensional travel?
Ooh.
So they're not actually
Possibly.
aliens. They're people, but from different time places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What if God is just us in the future trying to tell us how to live a better life in the past? And just like that, we're on to a distracting discussion about nothing.
Yeah, that one, no. I can't picture that one either, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can picture
We
anything.
are distracting one another.
We sure are.
Because that's now like linear dimensional time travel.
Which is clearly ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. I'm all
Absolutely
anti-dimensional.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
believe in the
It's
dimensions.
multi or none.
Inter or multi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And yes, we are having ourselves yet another distracting discussion. And what are we going to talk about today besides interdimensional travel, gentlemen?
Oh,
Huh?
All right.
stuff and things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Topics
Choices.
of our choosing.
Yes. That was well done. Yeah, as usual, I can't. Nothing really pops in my head other than, hey, it is the time of year, the whole Christmassy fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to that personally because I got the week off before the break, and then I saw basically I'm not working for 2 weeks.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
It is
Nice.
going to be very nice. It's going to be one of those things. I have this joke to my wife. I'm like, what's going to be funny? I'm like, I wonder, and if it happens, how long will it take before I'm sitting there like I'm bored? Yeah. So
That's why you got to line up things to do, man.
Oh,
I
don't
was
worry.
gonna
I'm
say,
good.
do you have any like things that you only do at Christmas?
I have a couple movies that I only watch at Christmas, which
But activities, more not movies. Not sitting on your butt and watching a movie. Like,
not really. Nothing specific to Christmas. Like my plan right now is I'm gonna, and I've started already. I've organized my office, and for anybody who's been in my office, they will be very impressed when they stop by again.
Well, slow down, wild one. Holy jeez.
I'm telling you, it was a lot.
Gosh.
so that's like a yearly.
I don't think I've done
yearly
it
cleanup?
since I've really taken over that room as my before it was my computer room, and now it became my office. Either way, yeah. So I'm tidying that up. That's my big thing I've been working on. My goal is by the end of the year, it's nip tuck tidy. Yeah, that's my goal. Yeah, very very high level. I'll see if I can make it.
Don't you enjoy like baking foods?
I do actually. I'm gonna make of course the name's popped out of my head. The spice bread you used to be able to get from A&P. Does anybody remember that?
Nope.
The spice what?
Hang on, let me. I have it on
Spice
my
bread.
calendar.
Oh,
No, I
A&P
said it wrong.
spice bread?
Ginger bread.
No. So if somebody else takes over for a second, I'm going to quickly look up the proper name.
No. We're gonna let you hang on this
Okay,
one.
well, just give me a moment.
I'm gonna insert cricket.
So
effects.
just
Yeah, no, I
to
said it
our-
right. Spice cake.
And to our
A&P
tons
spice
of
cake.
fans, who out there remembers A&P? Not a sponsor, by the way.
Oh well, they don't exist, do they?
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, they
Only in movies and our memories.
actually. It's funny that you say that. Nikki and I went on a whole who owns what in regards to grocery store chains, and yeah, we came across A&P and how they went tits up, and
Yeah,
Metro scooped in and
Yep. Swipe them up.
bottled the stuff up.
nice.
Yeah, but I guess
Yeah.
they were quite the large chain.
Yeah,
Like,
I think they were Canadian and American.
Yeah, I
weren't
was
they?
going to say. I
Oh,
think
yeah, they were
in the
Canadian.
States as well.
Sure.
Oh yeah, they're definitely here, and there are two things I always remember with them. A was this lovely spice cake. I said bread, my bad, but spice cake, which you can't get anymore anywhere, which I make for my dad for Christmas because it's one of those nostalgic-y things.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing I miss about A&P, the fucking carts with the buckets and all that. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Carts with the buckets.
Not the carts.
No.
So you would take your cart to the checkout, and what they would put it in bags, and they put the bags in little
conveyor belt
plastic.
Oh, I think I remember
yeah.
the conveyor belt.
and then they would
thing
drop
briefly.
it into your
Yeah, and then
trunk or
it would go to a special spot. You go to your car, drive in, and they'd
I
happily
remember
load
that
your
briefly,
car.
yeah.
It was curbside pickup before curbside pickup was a thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
It's come full around.
That's
we
what it
didn't have AMP. We had AMP stops or Metro now. Stops in Thunder Bay.
Okay.
And I am further west, or I grew up further west of that. We had Safeway.
Yeah.
So Thunder Bay is kind of where both of those things met. So it also had Safeway.
Oh, nice.
So it had like Safeway and A&P/Metro.
Yeah.
So you knew you were starting to get, because Thunder Bay is still 6.5 hours away from Kenora. So you knew you were starting to go east.
Yeah, nice.
Right.
You hit up
when you hit up an A&P.
Nice.
And stuff like that.
I think the first time I went to Safeway was maybe only a couple of years ago because they've just not been common, and now they are more in our region.
I still personally haven't seen them around here. I know they're
You
they're
can-
common in the States.
If you go to the West 5 area of London, there's
Oh.
a Safeway out there.
Oh, really?
I think there's one.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I think in the Byron area there might be one as well. Yeah.
Well, there you
But
go.
I went to one in a neighboring town. I'm not even sure which town it was. We were pulling through. I was like, oh yeah, this is Safeway.
Huh.
It's cool. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to one, to be honest.
I mean, it's.
A grocery store is a
It's-
grocery store.
I was gonna say it would be more akin to your Loblaws.
Safeway?
Yeah.
What Loblaws have you been to lately?
The last Loblaws I was in was probably the Masonville Loblaw.
Recently?
Yeah, what are you
Within
talking
the
about?
past.
Well, dude, the reason why I said that because
2
like
years.
Safeway feels more of a maybe I'm crazy. Maybe at least feels a little bit more homely. Whereas when I go into Loblaws, it's like
homely, as in like
it's like
blah?
the Bentley of fucking grocery
Okay,
stores.
no, in out west,
Okay.
it is the Bentley of
Oh,
there
okay,
is no
okay.
Loblaws.
Oh, I see.
The Loblaws Corporation company, or the Loblaws brand that made it that far was No Frills.
Oh wow. Okay.
Which was
Also owned by Loblaws.
yeah,
Says
which was originally called Extra Foods,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
now it's since been changed.
I remember that
But
actually.
yeah, we had a Safeway and an Extra Foods and an IGA,
Mm.
and then like a
Lots of
few,
places to get groceries.
and then a few like independent grocers, retail places.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That was a
in
wonderful
case you wanted to know
learning
where you're
discussion of what used to be.
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
We're very good at this.
It used to be Woolco. I remember we had Woolco here.
Oh yeah, we had a
Okay.
Woolco,
Yeah.
and then a Woolworths,
Yep.
and then a Zellers.
I was nostalgic the other day because I was in the area where Wally World used to be back in the day.
You can still see like the pathing and whatever.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. it's still
Because
up
I know it's incorporated into East Park now, right?
It is.
So
Yeah.
where used to it be?
Southwest.
Southwest.
Yeah, we're the big area where there is a Loblaws and the LCBO. Like it's that whole
like
area.
Wonderland.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the end of Wonderland where the Toys
Yeah,
R Us
way-
and shit.
Way
Yes.
past there, but
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it wasn't way past.
No, not
It
way
was
past
there.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
No, it was right there at the corner of Wonderland and the other one,
Right.
the street.
Southdale.
Yeah, maybe. I think
I
it was
can't
Southdale.
remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is Southdale.
But it was. I don't know. Maybe it was just an age thing, but I kind of stopped going. I went to it once or twice.
So
when
what
I was at East
what it
Park.
was? It
was
was it
just
the
a
water
giant
slide?
water park,
So it
yeah.
was the water. Okay, it was the
Yeah, it
water.
was all the water slides on the lazy river.
There you
That was
are.
the best. Yeah.
The what do you call it? The wave area. That was
the wave
great.
pool. And
Yeah,
they had a really great arcade. I remember. Like
Yeah.
it was just a fun place to hang out. It was
It
super
was
cheap
nice.
too.
I don't know if I'd pay money to go to East Park. My wife does the Beavers Scouts thing with the boy, and they do the rock climbing
Yeah.
kind of thing there. It's part of like a badge you got to get or whatever. And yeah, it's quite. Blah. I don't know if I wouldn't like.
Well, East Park's got a lot not going for it. No, I don't want to crap on. I'm glad we have it in the city.
The
I don't
mini
wanna-
golf is poo.
Well, there's that, and the golf course is not exactly on the higher echelon of.
Probably.
golf course in London.
I could see how it would be like your cheapy.
That was always actually called.
No
Yeah.
dress code. No.
That's actually
Right.
what I like about the East Park Golf Course.
Yeah.
It's a very relaxed, cheapy.
But
you
how
can play the larger hole.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
how maintained is the question, right?
I thought it's all right.
I've never had
So
a big
that's
problem
seems
with
to be
it,
where
but
they probably dump
but
all
it
their
doesn't
money.
have that same sort of like
Golf club
big
feel.
class energy that you get when you go to other golf
Yeah.
clubs in London, right?
See, here's where no. In my opinion, when you go out and play golf, it has nothing to do really so much with the club,
Mm.
other than your ability to get beer and see certain types of people deliver the beer to you, which you don't get at the East Park.
That's true. You don't get that. No.
But for just going out and golfing at a low cost, and if your skill level, quality of play, it's a great place. I would not knock it.
I'll give you. I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But yeah, I've done the.
It's not the worst.
The rock climbing and the mini golf.
mm.
And
Yeah,
I've
I haven't
it's-
done that.
The mini golf is very. Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, if you're gonna go mini golfing though, you go Adelaide North, that place up
Yeah,
there. That's
at the
amazing.
waltzing weasel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Behind the waltzing weasel there.
Yeah, that place is
Well,
great.
that's the thing. That's the thing. The mini golf at the East Park, it's like there weren't any like your ball could just go right off the thing.
Yeah,
There weren't even any like really like barriers
protectors or anything.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
were holes that they were just like, no,
Not
no,
having
go
it.
to the next one.
Yeah.
You stupid whale. No,
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I always like their batting cages, but I haven't
Me-
been in one in forever.
I would say too. I like the batting cages a lot, and their driving range was pretty fun at East Park. I like
that one I remember being really good too, because that one I think even beat out Wally World back in the day.
Yeah,
I don't even know
think
Wally
so.
World had one, to be honest. Now they say this out loud.
No, but did
No,
they
they
not
didn't.
have go karts
No, I don't think they
at
did.
Wally World?
They've got
No.
go karts at East Park.
And,
They do,
these,
and
and
it's
those
a
ones are fun.
Pretty good. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fun. They're pretty fun.
For the
Yeah.
region we're in.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit,
I
yeah.
agree. That's a good little spot.
Yeah.
I think East Park does a lot of things decent, but nothing
Amazing.
Because like you were saying, the
amazing,
arcade, and that's where the rock climbing is.
Yeah,
And it's
nuts. We have to kind of like think of eras too, right? I mean, arcades were a big deal when we were going to Wally World.
Yeah, arcade to
And-
us, I think, means something different than arcade to children now. Arcade to
Yeah.
children now is a place to get tickets.
Right.
Yeah.
Arcades
Right,
to
that
us would
kinda
be what
thing.
you see in Japan or China, where it's just like wall to wall video games.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
and just-
Yeah, that's what I think when I think
the one we
arcade.
have here downtown now. Fuck, I love
Yes,
that
exactly.
Oh, the tilt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I think when I think arcade.
Now I just want to
but
go
yeah.
to Tilt.
place. I
We should-
think much the same thing.
we should
yeah.
go to Tilt now. I wanna
But
go
the
play.
kids now want to win the tickets for the, you know.
It's-
Oh, yeah.
They want to spend $30 to win a prize that's worth $1.
Yep, just like regular gambling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Primes you for when you're an adult.
Yeah.
You're
It's
like-
true. It's very, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
life.
it's good. Whatever. It's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. East Park is cool. I'm glad we have it here in London.
Yeah, like I truly haven't been in a couple of years, and the last time I was there was to do golfing. But it was just a relaxed, and we had fun, and yeah.
Yeah. Same with me. But yeah, it was kind of a bygone era when we used to have it in London. It was just Wally World where it was. I was like, oh yeah, that was really.
Oh yeah,
I'm surprised, like in a place like London, that lasted so long as a business. Because I mean, London, you wouldn't think London has a water park town.
Not
That's all-
now.
right?
yeah. Like I remember being a big thing. Like one of my favorite memories, and it's a stupid memory, but hey, it's what it was. Going back, a couple of decades.
Yeah.
I can still remember my mom dropping me off. She had to go to work, so she had to drop me off at I think it was 7:00 in the morning. The place didn't open till 9,
Oh
and
my
back
God.
then
Jesus.
nothing is around.
Yeah.
But I was so excited, and I was supposed to meet friends. They were supposed to show up there as well. But this is before cell phones and internet, so we
Yeah.
all agreed.
This time.
Yeah. And I always remember because it opens up at 9, so I happily go in, or whatever time it opened. Happily go in and get ready, start to walk around, and we're supposed to meet somewhere at a certain time. And yeah, nobody ever showed up. But
Aw.
actually, though, I still had a great time.
Yeah.
I had money
Oh,
to
well,
boot.
if you
Yeah,
were- if you were-
I had money. I happily spent the day doing it. My mom picked me up some point in the early evening.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it actually was
Wow.
one of those fucking
Yeah. I remember
probably
being-
made me an introvert that moment alone.
yeah. You're such an introvert.
Yeah, we never had shit like that back home. We had beaches,
yeah.
but they were just
Beaches.
beaches.
Places with sand and water on them.
And they had docks. There were
Okay,
docks.
docks
So you
are
could,
nice.
Those are fun.
Jump off the end of the dock, and they
For
were
sure.
Yeah.
they had sequence of them for deeper.
Yeah.
But we didn't really have. You had to go to Winnipeg and spend a night in a hotel if you wanted to
go anywhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
go on a. I think there was a place in Winnipeg like called like Magic Mountain or some shit.
Oh,
And it was just like 5 or 6 water slides.
how far was Kenora from?
2.5 hours.
Okay, so a bit of a
Oh, okay.
like you're at a Wonderland sort of idea.
Yeah, it's you do the overnight or take a day kind of thing.
Mhm.
Great Wolf Lodge. Those are kind of fun.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting that at one point in time, London was like some sort of destination for a water park. I think that's just. It's just.
I think with all the little towns surrounding London, it makes sense.
It's just
Because there's a lot of 20 minutes away.
right. The St. Thomas's.
Yeah,
Godrich's
more
and
for
things
that
like
because I also remember when I was younger, the water park was great, but the one that was in the Kitchener Waterloo
Oh.
was better.
Binghamton's. Am I saying?
I can't remember the
I know
effing
you're
name.
talking about that place.
But that was the best
holy
one.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, in part, and again, it's one of those things, my memory plus being a kid, it may have been just because it was so fucking far away. It was better.
Yeah.
But I remember always thinking it was the amazing one. And like the Wally World, that was just kind of it's okay. Fine.
The one time I was terrified there, my brother rode the Bullet, which is,
Yeah,
straight.
I never did
one
it.
of those.
I
straight
never
down.
did it.
He did it. We did it all the time, but he did it the first time because he was terrified sitting up.
Yeah, it's a big no-no. Isn't
Oh,
it?
it's a very big
yeah.
no-no, right? But he made it. And he was like, he was really happy that he did it and nothing happened. But I remember being like, holy shit.
I thought they
Jesus.
made you lie down.
I think he just, because the way it worked, he ended up
Sitting up?
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah. I just very terrified.
I always
of that.
compare water parks to the Disney one and
Oh.
the other one I went to in Florida.
They all lose then, I guess.
So I'm always underwhelmed when I go to it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh.
yeah.
I've never done the
Yeah.
Disney one, I have to admit.
They have.
Or-
I think they have
yeah.
a few now, but the one that I went to back in the 90s was called Typhoon Lagoon.
Oh,
And that was the first
cool.
time I'd ever experienced like a wave pool, and
Oh,
Yeah.
but it's all themed too, right? Like it's Disney, obviously.
Yeah.
But like you go in and it's like all the fucking water slides are like built into like fake mountains and
Nice.
shit, and it's like
nice.
going to like a not a Caribbean, but more of a tropical
Right.
Yeah,
kind
gotcha.
of setting. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
We visited something similar, but I'm sure Disney had this beat when we were in Sandusky because we went to Cedar Point. We went to Kalahari, I think it's called, and it's basically like a themed hotel, but they've got this unbelievable indoor and outdoor water
okay,
park.
it's like you were saying, like a Great Wolf Lodge or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever that one is in
Mhm.
what the fuck's it called in Niagara? You think it used to be called the Americana or something like
Yeah,
that?
but it changed to something like Great Wolf. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
actually Great Wolf, but yeah.
Yeah.
But this one's a little bit different in the sense that like they went like way above and beyond.
oh yeah.
You're paying like it's fucking stupid, like $300 a night
Oh my god.
because of how much they.
If it includes access to all that stuff,
That's not too bad. And
It's
I'm
not
gonna say,
horrible.
$300
No.
a night nowadays or back then?
back
Okay.
then, back then.
now it's
'Cause that's
probably
pretty good
$600 to
standard.
$900.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But no, like you get all of that included, and it was really, 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 really fun. Like you, adult or child, and they had like crazy ass tight ropes you can
Oh,
walk
cool.
with safety, and then you can jump off into various pools and things like that.
Oh, neat.
Indoor water or wave pools, like well, this is just unbelievable. So
Yeah,
Cool.
so it probably is now $900.
probably
Yeah, something stupid like that. But again, if you're getting a whole bunch of stuff included,
It's worth the
it might
try.
be worth it.
Yeah.
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 I've never really been a water guy other than, back in the day. Nowadays,
Back in the day for me too.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's just,
yeah, like I don't mind I don't mind going into a pool, but I much prefer you can kind of sit there, relax, and have a beverage.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it's the wet to dry ratio. It's like, okay, if I'm getting wet, like, do I have to be dry for anything? You know what I mean? Like, and so I think that's what it is. Like, I'm like, I don't really care about doing anything. Fucking,
Mhm.
For me it's more the
Water-related.
taking my shirt off.
oh, come on, you're
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah,
You're handsome. under
I
there.
have to admit, no, I do understand. I remember a time that I was a thing. Like
Yeah.
I was worried. Nowadays, it's just one of those.
Yeah.
I'm over 42 kids with a wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the longest thing, you and I used to share this, Dave. I used to hate wearing shorts for fucking
Oh,
ever.
really?
Hated them because for me, I know why. I had like an incident where I stepped in some thorns and I got something stuck in my leg for a couple of years. And that was like, all right. It was because I
kept
shorts.
falling out of them.
Yeah.
Then I found out my shorts were just too short.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta, that's what they call them, under shorts, Dave.
Yeah, I learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I when I was more in high school, that was the thing. Yeah, I would not wear shorts.
Yeah,
no,
it's not a thing,
would
yeah.
not. Nowadays, I have to admit, when it's hot, yeah, I'll wear
yeah,
shorts.
yeah.
Yeah, I do kind of default to jeans, pants,
Yeah,
but
my wife still has to remind me that I own shorts. She's like, "Are you hot?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty hot." She's like, "You have shorts, you know?" Right.
yeah, no, I will more commonly
But
wear them nowadays.
I'm with you, over 40. This is it.
Yeah, yeah, this is what-
I'm doing
this is what I am.
This is what I'm working with.
I try to be
That's it.
healthy in that sense
Sure.
of, eat proper foods, don't just drink or don't just
Yeah.
eat sugar, but
But I'm also like, if I don't know, I mean, we all got our insecurities for whatever we got for. But I'm like, if you're judging me, like, I'm not going,
yes,
I'm not
I
going
got
home
man
with
boobs
you.
and a belly. What do you want?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, what
Fair
are you gonna do
enough.
about it? Like, whatever.
I guess it's the fact that I used to be super skinny.
Oh yeah, same here. I love
Yeah.
looking at old pictures of me.
And I would. I hate it.
I love it.
I hate it.
I love because I'm always looking and going, I used to be that fuck. Like, and
Yeah,
I
but
mean
that's
this
'cause we're-
nicely.
Dave, that's
The
where
person that wins is Chris.
yeah, that's true.
Pictures of you as a teenager, Christ in a
Holy shit.
handbag. You look like
Yeah.
a toothpick.
Yeah, I was like, I was like pretty much 160, 140, 160. Yeah, all high school. It was
Yeah, you were a
really,
toothpick.
really
I don't
thin.
think I ever weighed that in high school. I think it was like, 130.
Okay.
Something.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're even
I was
more
skinny.
than.
I was skinny boy.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. But I realize now, because I definitely bulked up in my 20s, it was due to malnourishment. It was like,
I love the bulked up.
Yeah,
Very
bulked up.
nicely
Yeah,
played.
thank
I
you,
bulked
thank
up.
you. Bulked up. Hey, carbo loading. Okay?
Yeah.
that's for sure. Getting all filled up, Yeah.
I gained extra me after
Yeah.
I was on some painkillers.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
And it like seemingly cut off the signal from my brain to my stomach to say, "Hey, you're full. Stop eating."
Oh yeah.
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 So
No.
yeah.
Still, it's not there now, though.
And I kept up with Nikki when she was pregnant.
Oh, well, yeah.
yeah.
You got to be a supportive husband,
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's life.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
Ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
know?
I just generally my golden rule to myself is I must stay under 190. That's my golden rule to myself.
Yeah, I don't even do that because what happens if you don't? Then you're disappointed.
Well, no, because that just means, Dave, I need to take better
Yeah.
responsibility. Because I actually did it recently. I went over 190, and yeah, I was doing a little bit more.
Okay, I got you.
I like to think of myself as decently active. I bike,
Sure,
I
yeah.
walk, all those good things.
You're a pretty good wrestler.
But I'm also a snacky guy. And what's
Mhm.
worse about me is things like chips and stuff, that are okay, not my snack. Chocolate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Chocolate, candy, all those things, which are bad for you on those 2 levels of fat and sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For me, it's Sody Pop.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, Sody Pop. That's why I like these booblies.
Yeah. I actually.
Yeah, well, these are good.
Not a sponsor, but if you want
Not
to
sponsor.
sponsor us,
Yeah, well,
hey,
please, by all means, Buble, whatever you call
Michael
it.
Bublé,
yeah.
please sponsor
We'll
us.
take it. No.
But yeah, no, that's why I like these things because they actually have a good flavor.
Yep.
And
No sugar.
no sugar.
Sure.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yep.
drink a
I
lot
like
of
these ones
but
too.
then I get sick of them. Then it's like, oh, now I want some Sody Pop.
Well, the good
Every
thing about
so
that-
often, I get that. I really want a Coke. Fuck.
Yeah.
And then I have to admit, I go get a Coke. Oh yeah.
A Coke fuck. They only sold those in the 80s.
That's true. Those are Coke Puffs.
It took me a second. I know what I meant. Everybody knows
I
what I
don't
mean.
really get those cravings anymore. I mean, I will drink it from time to time, but yeah, I don't know. I don't get the cravings as much.
Once
as
in a while, I do.
For me, it's the
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah.
I think
You're addicted
The
to sugar.
bubbly
Yeah.
sugar.
Sugar.
I like my ginger ale, and I can't do straight Coca-Cola anymore. I have to do the cherry Coke.
Really?
Yeah, I had I used Chris can attest to this. We used to drink a lot of Coca-Cola.
Way too much.
Mm.
A lot of Coca-Cola.
I feel like fucking Coke owes us money with
Yeah.
how much we drank. I'm not even joking.
Well, did
Yeah.
you return it?
Yeah, we turned those bottles.
I returned it. I peed, and then the pee goes to a processing plant, and it gets filtered, and it's water, and then the Coca-Cola plant uses the water to make the Coca-Cola.
When you, Phil, and I all were living together, we had a back wall that would have been 20 feet wide.
Oh yeah, the dining room wall,
10 feet high. Every week, full of Coke bottles from top to fucking bottom. It was a problem.
Now I really know what you mean when you say Coke.
It was a
you really
problem.
mean cock bottles.
Really cock bottles. Yeah. Cock bottle me.
Cock bottle.
But it was a problem. And yeah.
But I mean, even after that, I still drank it. But now because I switched from drinking a lot of Coke to ginger ale, and then every so often I'd have a cherry Coke.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had a swig of regular Coke the other day.
Doesn't taste right.
No, it's not.
It has been a while since I've had a regular Coke. Ginger ale for me, I always mix with rye.
Fountain Coke I can do.
That's pretty good.
Like Mickey D's or something like that. I don't know. It's just
something different.
Something different.
Now I really want to go try one just to see if I taste the difference.
I drink a lot of that Zevia because I found a guilt-free pop.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do it.
No.
I was kind enough to try the one at your house and actually finished it.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't something I'd rather drink water.
Yeah.
Water has a better taste.
Oh, really?
Than that does.
So maybe it might be stevia then.
It's I have a strong palate when it comes to those chemically or not chemically, but
I was gonna say stevia
non-sugar substitutes.
Things. Yeah, I agree with
when
you.
They used to use a lot of aspartame.
Oh yeah,
and things like I
couldn't the diets. Yeah,
I couldn't do that, or like Equal or Sugar Twin.
Those are both aspartame, by the way.
Is it both aspartame? Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
can't do it. Stevia, no. There's a taste.
Yep, I agree.
There's a flavor that I'm just not.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of.
If I'm going to eat something sweet,
it might as well
give me real sugar.
If it's gonna have no sugar, it might as well have no fucking sugar.
Yeah,
like water.
You guys are legit sugar addicts. Got it.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
good to know. Good to know.
It's true. I know I am. That's why I try to keep track. I be responsible-ish.
Yeah.
Speaking of sugar and things that taste delicious, have you guys seen in the stores they have the Ritz crackers and then they're covered into chocolate?
Nope.
Have you seen this?
No.
They have no business being as delicious as they are.
I'm guessing it's a salty sweet thing.
Have you ever had them? What are they? Digestive biscuits?
Yeah.
From what is it, like Peak Freens or whatever?
Yeah.
And then the one side has the chocolate on it, and it's not real chocolate.
Yeah.
And then the other side's like just cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah. They taste like those things.
Ew. Yeah, I'll pass.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't really need them in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, they're delicious.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
But you're right. It is the salty sweet because they still use a regular Ritz cracker. It's not like a modified.
Yeah, I think
special Ritz cracker or anything like that.
Yeah, part of the challenge in my head, I've never been a Ritz fan.
Yeah, I don't mind them, but it's not like if there's like a really flavorful Triscuit or something like that, probably go with that.
I'm not going to disagree there. I prefer even when it's a vehicle for cheese and meats, I would prefer what are they sociables.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah,
those are nice.
I don't know, put those off the top of my head, but yeah.
There's another brand that makes something somewhat the same, and they're not shaped. Like sociables are like so weird, like shapes and shit.
Right.
And then there's another brand that are just like squares, and they have like the perforated.
Oh yeah,
they're
like regular saltines or whatever.
No,
above saltines. Above saltines.
Yeah. Sociables and saltines are different, dickhead.
My wife
get your crackers right.
My wife got
I know where I'm not going for crackers and cheese.
Don't come to my place. My wife got keto crackers.
Gonna hand you
and they fucking tasted like absolute ass. They were was like,
nice.
Basically like coconut snot.
I was gonna say that'd be like no sugar and shit, right?
Yeah. Now whose ass though? Mine or AJ's?
A little mix of both.
Oh, nice.
A mix of both. Wow. Really gross, real
so
swampy.
Sweet and sour.
Yeah, sweet and sour, exactly. Yeah.
Sweet, but like real sweet and sour, not like the Americanized sweet and sour.
Legit.
Yeah, like legit sweet and sour.
It's like 1-2 punch,
Yeah.
And the cheeks. But yeah, no, it was god awful. I was like, And she's like, these are so good. I'm like, what fucking crackers have you been eating? You clearly don't know how to eat crackers if you think these are delicious. Or you've been like so far removed from crackers.
Right? Like
That
you've
you
been living
think-
under the cracker rock.
That you think this is what a cracker should taste like. This is not what a cracker should taste
So like
like.
premium plus would be like the gourmet shit.
Compared to this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things when you eat it, you wonder like, who the fuck got together and said, "Oh, this passes as a cracker.
this tastes good.
We should
This
yeah,
is great."
Yeah, stamp it in for approval. Let's get them mass produced." So I was like, "Wow, it's amazing." But
Nice.
yeah, crackers. Just
You,
crackers.
I know you've sold this.
Crackers.
I always want to go buy it just to see how
I
awful
mean,
it is.
No,
I'll bring some next time. You guys can have some.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Because shit like that boggles my brain. I feel bad for people who. Well, I guess I don't feel bad for people who choose it. I feel bad for the people who are like have the celiac disease and they can't have gluten. It's not a conscious choice.
But
Yeah.
you
Like,
can
I
still,
choose not to.
But you can find better keto crackers. I'm sure. I'm sure they're out there. So
Just not these
it's
ones.
just not these ones. Yeah. So
Well,
like,
then I think
it's-
that's kind of the same with the gluten-free thing too. It's like there are good brands
yeah.
of gluten, but most of it's
There's lots
crap.
of really fun sugar-free
Yeah, it
keto
depends.
snacks out there that don't taste like fucking.
Yeah. It's like the
Celery.
fake meat burgers and shit like that.
Pardon?
It's like the fake meat burgers
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
I've had really horrible ones, but I've actually had a few that I'm like, wow, this is actually good.
I've
I
heard
agree.
something
Yeah.
recently about the Impossible Burger and how was it? It's linked to causing cancers or some shit.
Oh
Well,
wow.
technically all meats are, but yes,
But,
I've
well,
heard this too.
Specifically the Impossible because
I don't know if I've had that one, so I'm okay.
that's kind of what they were trying to steer us away from,
Right.
as part of it.
But you're right because of the high burning oils and there's a bunch of stuff in there that's
It creates a
Yeah,
carcinogenic.
it doesn't make you healthy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's like anything, right? Like have it once in a while, but if you're going to eat them all the time.
Oh
you
yeah,
wanna
any
risk,
type
right?
of food with it is
Sure.
basically that standard
Exactly.
category. You must mix, play, all those good things.
Except water, also not a sponsor. But hey, water, if you want to be a sponsor, by all means.
Water's the one thing
not
you should.
not any specific brand, just
Yeah, yeah.
No, just straight water. Yeah.
No, just to
It's
be
a call.
just to be open and safe though. You should just not overdo the water.
No.
Like don't put yourself in a big what do you
Can
call
you?
it, like a bucket of water and try to live in it
yeah,
or
don't do
anything.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's
Can you drink too much water? Is that
yeah,
a
you
thing?
sure can.
I'm
That's a thing?
probably.
Absolutely. People have died on water. Didn't they do the I'm getting it mixed up with water or marshmallows. There was like a radio contest where they were doing
They're
this.
very similar.
and
I
somebody
remember-
was horribly hospitalized, severely hospitalized or died.
I remember
Pee.
hearing that.
Pee, yes.
if
what?
you hold your pee too long, you can kill yourself. Yes.
That's right.
You fuck up your kidneys.
Yes.
I remember hearing what you were talking about the radio show, but it had to do with sitting on a block of ice.
Oh.
It was the contestants had to sit on a block of ice for X amount, or
Huh.
whoever could sit there longest would win X.
Wow.
And the person who sat there the longest ended up like getting frostbite on their bum,
And the worst
Right.
something like
hemorrhoids.
that. And, yeah, and like was hospitalized and shit like
Shit,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
The key is water's still the culprit.
that's true. That's true.
Still the fucking enemy.
You know what? I'm going anti-water from now on.
Fuck you, water.
Well, then you better put down your fizzy water.
Well, no. This is fizzy
Well,
water.
that's
That's
water.
what-
That's water.
what's the first ingredient? What's the first ingredient?
Water.
Carbonated. That's the
So
first
there's a
ingredient.
difference. There's a
Carbonated
difference?
water is
So when you-
clean water.
When you carbonate the water,
It makes it special and proper.
That's
okay.
true. That's true. That's life with the bubbles.
I get you.
Let's be honest. Carbonated water is way more lively than regular water.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
Effervescent.
I tell you though, it's one of those silly things in life where you're like out doing something outside, like playing golf, like we were talking about earlier. It's super hot. You finally get home. Mind you, I should have said golf because I've probably been drinking beer all day. But nonetheless, you're super hot. You have that first glass of water. Oh yeah,
That's life right there.
it's
yeah.
that moment of just I feel so good.
Yeah. When you feel like you earned it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh God.
I don't know. I feel I only require. I mean, I know I require water all the time, but mentally, I feel like I only require water when I feel dry.
Okay.
So like if
Hmm.
it's in, you wake up in the wintertime and it's like super dry.
Oh yeah,
You're
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, or and this is totally rare. We've had a few alcoholic beverages the day before, and you wake up and you're like,
So rare.
yeah, so rare.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, after your first beer, you have some water. Yeah,
more
beer,
beer.
some more water. Yeah. Exactly.
Beer is water, just with other things.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it.
which is with some extra ingredients. What's wrong?
Nothing at all. Yeah. That's why we all drink non-alcoholic beer.
Hey, I did that a while back, and it was pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah, they've gotten much better.
I have to admit, and it was even like not No Frills, but the Loblaws. It was a Loblaws brand of non-alcoholic beer, and I got to give a bit of a head nod. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Had it been given to me in such a way where I did not know it was non-alcoholic, I would have just assumed it was beer.
When we were traveling all through the U.S., we were finding all sorts of different non-alcoholic beers because we only knew two. The Labatt's one, and then usually the grocery store one is pretty much how you.
I've seen Budweiser as well.
Yeah, now they are. I think they're more so now.
No,
but,
even back when there was two like O'Doul's, Labatt.
You mean the
Budweiser.
Prohibition one that they had?
No.
Oh, okay. Beforehand,
No, it's got a black label.
But we had found all these different kinds in various grocery stores we went to, and we started getting a little.
I was gonna comment when you said that. Could it be because it's more readily available, like beer itself in the States? Like you can walk into a corner store,
yeah, possibly
and get beer.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just the States; other provinces you can do that.
Yeah,
as of now, but even I'm thinking. Okay, so when this is going back to 2000, 2001, something like that. So I think at that point in time, the only province that was doing so was Quebec.
Oh, definitely.
Right. So, but yeah, I remember going down Wisconsin, and every gas station or 7-Eleven or whatever you go into, there'd be a beer fridge.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if non-alcoholic beer, because beer is so much easier to get, they'd have more manufacturers saying, "Hey, let's put this in stores. People can drink beer when they stop for gas."
Yep.
Kind of thing, right?
No clue.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, my general thought would be just a bigger market, so they can sell.
And maybe a bit more open. I honestly
maybe.
don't know what the rules are about non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a percentage or.
Well, I'm sure there's a percentage requirement. Yeah.
But we would find them in grocery stores all the time. I mean, you find regular.
I guess here, you're right. You're right. I remember going to when I was a kid, going Safeway, stuff like that, and seeing a case of non-alcoholic Labatt or Molson or in the soda pop aisle there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. That was fun.
O'Doul's
is a big one. I can't remember. I can't remember what they were called, but there was a European one that fucking tasted almost exactly like Heineken. I couldn't believe it. I drank.
Well, Heineken does do a 0%.
Heineken can't get drunk off this.
Yeah. They do a 0%.
They do. Yeah.
So, a lot of companies
crazy.
are doing it.
Well,
usually they have at least one.
Usually,
yeah. Usually there's within every.
Yeah,
but,
it was fun. Yeah, non-alcoholic beers. Wow, how much fun is that?
I wonder why they haven't ventured into non-alcoholic liquors.
I feel like the burn you get from liquor would be because of alcohol.
Part of it.
I don't think it's coming any other way.
Well, I don't. But what if it's not even necessarily the burn? Alcohols have good flavors too. What if you like the flavor of gin?
Well, and that's just it.
I don't.
You can.
Well, you don't.
Ignore gin because I have to agree.
Yeah,
Gin's a toughie one. But for things that you can actually get the flavor drops for things like whiskeys and rye.
Oh yeah,
you can do that.
Oh.
So how that would taste in a thing of water, I have zero clue. But I do know you can get flavor drops.
Oh.
That will make your
interesting
thing.
Because I was thinking people who are obviously alcoholic or just don't drink due to whatever personal reason. What if they want to do? Because Nikki wants to do this. She wants to do on her birthday. She wants to do the mocktails and shit like that because she's got the baby.
Yeah,
and she can't drink obviously. But I find that mocktails, it kind of, aside from getting buzzed or getting drunk, it doesn't give you that same alcoholic drink flavor.
Okay.
Right? So
I mean, I've had non-alcoholic pina coladas that taste exactly like a regular pina
Well,
colada.
yeah, it's a
Well, I
pina
guess
colada.
at that point,
Yeah.
yeah, when you can't taste the alcohol regardless.
Right. I think that's what you're looking for if you're doing mocktails, right? You want it to have that same sort of vibe.
Yes.
Without, I mean, I don't think you're doing mocktails of like Ryan Cokes.
Well, and that's the
that's not
thing.
really-
Why not? Why shouldn't there be able to? I want to have the flavor of a Ryan Coke, but I don't want the booze,
Yeah, this does exist.
Yeah, there
you
you
can
go.
get whiskey flavors.
Oh, there you
right?
go.
Or I want,
There you go. They do
I want a
exist.
I want a tequila sunrise, but I'm going to ask for a virgin tequila sunrise. They're going to give me orange juice with grenadine.
Yeah, that would be.
Can I get a virgin screwdriver? Well, here's
Mm.
some OJ.
Yeah.
I guess vodka doesn't really work because if
Doesn't
if it's good
pretty
vodka,
tasteless
then yeah.
then and everything.
Oh,
Right?
you can get red wine flavors.
I've
I almost want to order some of these.
I've
now just
had
for the shits.
non-alcoholic wine.
That's just grape juice.
No, but they try to spice it up.
It's grape juice.
It wasn't my favorite.
That's
wasn't my
grape
favorite.
juice.
But yeah,
Yeah, nice.
that is there you go. You
I
can
forget
get
where we started with this lovely
I have no idea.
conversation.
Does it matter?
Not really, no.
No idea. Okay, I'll tell a story. Public service announcement. I was almost scammed by a job. Dun dun
By
dun,
a
dun,
gerb?
dun, 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 dun. By a job. She's jumping my job. Yeah. So I was applying for I'm applying for jobs all over the place, and I found one, and by the description, now looking back on it, definitely too good to be true.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So basically the idea was it's only a few hours a day, 5 days a week. It was all through Messenger, so that should also be,
Yeah.
be
That's a
clear,
no-no
right?
for me.
And she's like, I need help, assistant. She deals with antiques or some nonsense. So, she had me on the hook to the point where I'm realizing, like, wait a second, we haven't even discussed payment. You've not asked me any
Yeah.
questions of qualifications or anything like that. So I ran the gamut with her until I was answering everything, like when I realized it. I'm like, okay. And then I just asked one thing. I'm like, oh, before we do anything, can we have like a video conference first? I haven't heard from her since.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Right. Because I mean,
Nice.
that's just, if you're scamming somebody, your chances
Yeah.
are you're not going to do such a thing, right?
I
But,
went
yeah.
to a job interview. Well, can't even say it was an interview. It was hey, come to this, industrial park kind of thing, and come for an interview training thing. It was weird. So anyway, you end up sitting in a room with all these other people, and what they wanted us to do was go door to door and sell a combination vacuum cleaner, air purifier, humidifier.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
That
They wanted
sounds-
it was like I was thinking something stupid like $3,500
Nice.
for the whole unit?
for the unit. Yeah,
What's your
Yeah.
commission?
I didn't even stick around
Wow.
long enough to.
It's
Okay.
like
To figure it
the
out.
decks back in the day here in London.
The decks.
Yeah, they had a whole thing where you would go door to door trying to sell deck.
Yeah, I know
Thing.
you're talking
Oh,
about. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember
no, I
that.
don't.
That was a
No.
big thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was almost like it just it didn't make like who would want it lit up funky colors and it looked like a fucking space bong. Like it was like the weirdest looking.
Now I kind of
fucking-
want this. You're
sounds-
selling
yeah,
this.
I think-
Well,
Sign me up, buddy. You got your first two sales right here.
No,
We set up a payment plan.
no, it was one of those things where it was like, okay, now it's time for lunch, and I didn't come
I'm
back.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this isn't.
Yeah.
nobody's
You
gonna-
know, that's
who the
something
fuck's gonna buy this.
I don't live in a house, and I haven't for some time, but I have not seen any door-to-door sales shit in a long time. Have you guys experienced anything?
Yeah.
like that?
yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
the odd less selling I find nowadays, and it's often fundraising people trying to get money for something.
Gotcha.
Rogers came to my door just last week.
Mostly
Oh.
for me, it's internet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had Rogers came to our door
Yeah,
not long ago, which kind of
fucking Rogers.
which kind of annoyed me because I have Rogers. So shouldn't you have something like saying that no, don't worry about bothering this person?
I at least will give the people who came to my door some credit because they showed up and talking about, hey, we really want to just review what your internet plan is, and we're from Rogers, and I'm like, no, I'm good. Well, we know you're not part of Rogers, because I'm not paying for them.
No.
But anyway, I'm like, no, I'm fine, thank you, no. And they keep talking and like, no, and I just do that standard. I will be polite, but I'm still gonna shut the door.
Yeah.
Well, they and I was a little weary because, like we were just saying, it's not often.
Yeah.
So they ended up hooking up my upstairs tenant because she needed the internet. There was a Rogers line up there anyway, and yeah, I was like, that sounds a little shifty. She's like, no, I got an email right from Rogers right away saying we're going to ship out your stuff and all that kind of stuff. So it was legit, but
yeah, I still would have passed.
You're right. They should yeah, but that's like any big ass company. They fucking don't know who all their clients are.
Yeah,
and you think they're going to spend their resources telling the people canvassing?
Oh yeah, you just do the door to door. Yeah,
That's
it's silly. But I agree. I would annoy the hell out of me. It's like don't you know? Damn it! I was like, I remember when I was I got haggled by somebody who was asking for change. Someone who was homeless. This was years ago, and I told them I didn't have anything, and I walked down the street and came back. They haggled me again. I'm like, listen, learn your clientele. You already asked me,
right? At least you can remember who you've asked.
Right. So I mean, for them, I'm sure Roger's not telling.
I always think it's one of those people now. Again, because we don't get a lot of door to door. I always think it's one of those people. You probably get them. I don't know if you get them, but I always get those letters from, "Hi, my name is John, and I'm looking to buy a house."
Oh yeah, those are good.
Cash up front.
Yeah,
I've seen those.
Yada yada yada.
Okay.
And it's like,
we get
it
one.
looks like it's like handwritten,
but it's not.
No, but it's not. And
yeah,
it's like,
they're
what
funny as
kind
shit.
of scam are you running here?
Yeah,
like, I always want to know what the
understanding
what the scam is.
My
right?
understanding actually is not so much a scam per se. It's just they will happily buy your property with cash. Nothing else you need to do. But you're going to get some shitty price.
Yeah, you're going to get undervalued.
Yeah, it's quite undervalued.
Yeah.
So I'll give at least some credit. There's no lie, is my understanding, from any of the thing they put out. It's just, let's pretend your house is worth $500,000. They will happily
3.
Well, I truly don't know the number. I was thinking more 4, but still, some number that's quite low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's a bunch of ads that you see around town where they're like, "We'll buy any house."
Yeah.
You see the cheap little lawn signs all the time at the corners.
I think you might start seeing less, but
why?
You know. Well, we're probably going to go into recession.
Oh,
next year.
You're right. Yeah. They're basically saying.
Well, the interest rates keep spiking up.
Did they spike today?
I think so.
I think that's where they're talking about interesting again.
Yeah. So I have a suspicion that we're going to go into. I think, knock on wood, I do believe it's going to be a small, short, not terribly painful recession, but it's going to happen.
Whatever that means.
Generally, in my mind, that means as a people, we won't really feel it until probably past the first quarter, and only be
just
about 6 months.
Kind of sort of getting over that.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that we won't feel too bad, because there has been a lot of bumps as far as increases in salaries and shit. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Hopefully, it's just not the big D.
No, we don't need that.
No, I'll pass on the big D. Thank you.
I can do with that.
Yeah, been through a couple in my lifetime. I'm good.
Yeah.
Big double D.
No, that's what he does in his bedroom.
Oh, well, I got in so much trouble for doing that.
That's why they call him the Dave.
The double D. Da Dave.
Dave.
Da Dave. Double D.
There it is. The D's aren't silent.
As much as we joke about it, one of the funny things in my life is I have what do you call it? Brothers, sisters, the younger ones, that every so often, usually around Christmas when we're getting together having fun, they'll start to go back to their old school, what they used to call me when they were younger, which was Dee Dee.
Yeah.
I grew up being called Dee Dee, which was funny for 2 levels. A, because that was, double D, Dee Dee. But the other funny thing was, you'd be walking in a mall and they would be, Dee Dee, Dee Dee. And what do other people hear around them? Daddy, Daddy.
Oh.
And they look at me, they look at the kids, they look at me, they look at the kids. It was fucking hilarious.
That was fucking great.
Yeah, Dee Dee. Yeah.
Yeah, the holidays are coming.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Holidays.
I have to admit, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I am one of those annoying people that loves just the classic annoying, yes, I'm going to get together with family members and we're going to actually, you know what? I've always had a good time, so fuck it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
I enjoyed seeing
It started to bother me about holidays is the fact that people can't call a Christmas tree anymore.
Yes, they can.
Well, yeah, they can.
No. It's
You know?
it's more commonly it's now preferred to be called a holiday tree.
So
All right.
So okay, now my perspective, I have heard this within corporate-ish environments, things of that nature. Yeah, corporate.
Happy
being corporate.
holidays and all that kind of stuff is fine.
Oh, I'm fine with that
because
too.
there's a lot of holidays that fall around the
Yes,
same
yeah.
time. But when it's something specific, like you're not gonna, hey, look at that holiday candle holder. No, it's a menorah.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I have personally found any true people, even if they're not Christian, care about Christmas in any way, if I say Merry Christmas, oh, thank you.
Sure.
Because I do
And that's fine and well.
That's-
I think it's
yeah.
more for me it's the specific items that are associated with the holiday.
yeah.
And instead of taking, like the holiday train, well, I guess that could have been different because it could have been Hanukkah involved and stuff like that. But Christmas tree or Christmas present or
Yeah.
maybe
there are other
Like, I don't get-
religions that celebrate with some sort of tree, and you can't just
that's got to be it. Because I was just gonna say, it's like I don't give somebody a birthday present and say, "Here's your festive anniversary present."
True.
No, it's a birthday
Yeah.
present.
Actually, I am against birthday presents because I personally give the, congratulations for coming out of your mother's vagina.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I know. It's like,
Happy
look at all
vaginal
that fucking
eviction
work
day.
you did.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's again, I get the not offending somebody if you don't know what they celebrate in even a corporate or a retail environment
Yeah.
or a passing by environment. But when it gets more specific, like holiday tree, well, no, that's very clearly a Christmas tree. I think the Jewish people would be offended if I called their menorah a holiday candle holder.
I think it's all just for the sake of
It's a
offense.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. We went through this. Now people say Merry Christmas, but for a while there it was a hot topic to not say Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But now it's
Is
just
it
blown
still
over.
not?
No, it's fine. People say Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
I personally,
No?
Yeah, it's no big deal.
like
As
if
far as
I
know.
say something to somebody like Merry
Happy
Christmas,
holidays, whatever.
or I say, "Hey, dude, Merry Christmas," and they turn and say, "Sorry, I actually like to see myself as a female." All right, cool.
Yeah.
Because that's just, hey, I'm learning.
Oh, yeah,
But let's
there's-
be honest though, like
there's that.
I feel like dude is universal.
dude is.
You know what I mean? Like
should be,
but
yeah.
if
Yeah.
I was talking with a stranger, I would not have that discussion.
True.
If I turned to you and say, "Hey, dude," you're like, "No, I want to be called Dudette from now on,"
please do that. Yeah.
I actually would just do it because that would fucking be entertaining to all hell. But yeah, like I don't know.
Oh,
I feel you.
it's definitely you definitely need that warning first or that
That's just it.
that preference first
If
as
somebody
opposed to like
is just
I
polite back,
kind of know
Yeah.
where you're going with that.
yeah, that I'm fine with.
Sure.
Yeah, if somebody's just saying, "I'm sorry, I don't like this," or "I prefer this," hey, I have things I don't like it when that word's used. I don't mind that because
Sure.
they're being very honest that
Yeah.
I, meaning them, have an issue with that
It's an
word. phrasing.
individual thing. Yeah.
Fine.
And
Yeah.
I think we're definitely hitting the nail on the head because I have a friend who's a trans woman, and when she came out and said, like this is
Mhm.
my life and everything like that, I was like, hey, yeah, cool, whatever. And I looked at her, I didn't look at her, I was on the phone. I said to her though, I have no problem with changing he's to she's and
Yeah.
hims to hers, and I said, but I'm still gonna call you dude. And it has nothing to do with
your sexuality,
with
or,
sexuality or gender
Yeah.
preference or anything like that. Like I've known you since we were fucking 12,
yeah,
Mm.
right? Sorry, like I call
You're
my
still-
wife,
yeah.
my wife dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like that's just what we say in the house. Hey, dude. Like
Yeah.
So it's I definitely think it's a preference.
Yeah. More when I get
scenario.
pissed off and offended. Someone's like, "Oh my God, you have done this horrible thing."
Yeah.
That
Right? It's
is-
like, I
fuck
didn't
off.
know. I
Right.
don't.
Yeah.
You're not wearing a name tag saying
Yes.
I prefer
Yes.
he, she, or
Yes.
they, them.
Don't get me
or-
wrong. There are certain words I know that I cannot use. I do know that.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
if it's a thing where everybody's sort of a different perspective, just be honest back to the person. And yeah, like 99% of the time, that person will say, "Oh shit, okay,
We all have to live, right?
yeah."
So
exactly.
it's
Fucking
it's
live and be
all-
happy.
Exactly.
Fuckers.
I find- I
Float your
exactly.
boat.
I find it easy, especially in kind of like the environment I work in. If somebody asks, I will use names. Be like, "Oh, have you seen Janet? Oh, Janet went to," right? I won't say she went to or he went to or they went to. I don't know what pronoun you fucking, but you have a name, And
Yeah.
you probably don't care if I call you your name.
That's true.
Here's
right?
hoping.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
But
as long as they're being open, yeah, they they haven't come to you and say, please don't call me Janet, call me John.
yeah,
Well,
if you're not, I think if you're not purposely trying to offend and there's a correction point, move on.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
But also, don't let fucking corporate nonsense steal your joy. If you want to call your fucking tree your Christmas tree, you want to call it your Bengal tree, you want to call it your fuck tree, call it whatever you want. Enjoy your life.
don't fuck a tree.
I said
no.
calling it your fuck tree.
It depends on
I
the-
didn't say you're gonna fuck. That's ridiculous.
No, that's a
That's insane.
Valentine's. thing.
That's a Valentine's tree. Yeah.
That's
But
Valentine's.
calling your listen, how many times do you say fuck when you're trying to get a Christmas tree? It's valid to call it your fuck
I've
tree.
never
Yeah,
done a
that's
live
true.
tree. I have to
Oh.
admit, I've
Oh.
always done my entire life,
Really?
fake tree.
Really?
Never done real trees.
I don't remember the last time I had a real tree.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I'll tell you this: I kind of think they're overrated. I like real trees; the idea is nice, but at the end of the day, lack of cleanup.
I was going to say they're way so much more work.
Yes.
Way more work.
I was about
way
to play
more
that
work.
card. Like,
Way
yeah,
more
don't get me
They're,
wrong.
they're heavier.
Yeah.
They look nice when they
Oh.
are a good tree and they're done up well. Like they look fucking beautiful. I'm not
And
knocking
they're
the tree.
fucking expensive.
But think about.
Do you realize
think
what the
about
cost this year?
I don't know.
it depends on where you're going. We can get into that.
Oh,
after
sure.
I make a comment here.
Sure.
Think about somebody who's had a artificial tree.
Mhm.
I guess most of, if not their entire lives, the quality,
Mhm.
like from the 90s until now.
Oh, as far as
Right?
the artificial tree?
Yeah, you
Oh,
look
hell
at
yeah,
you look
they're
at an
way
artificial
better
tree
now.
back then, and it was like, yeah, that's a fake tree, motherfucker.
Yeah,
And now it's a question. It's like, is that
Right.
a fake?
it can be.
Tree?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it depends on where you go. Because I noticed it was at Freshco the other day. They had them on for like $25-$30 or something, which
Oh,
is quite fair,
that
I
seems fair.
right? And then Nikki was at the Superstore the other day, and they were at like 50 something.
I was hearing fucking people were charging like $100
I'm wondering if that's
for
like
Christmas trees. It was some article I was listening to.
it's
It was
going to
like,
depend
what
on
the fuck?
size
And
everything.
quality.
size, quality, probably
Yeah.
even type of tree,
Yeah.
right? Because they don't just strictly use pine trees for
No.
Christmas trees, right?
I
So-
think it was a balsam fir or whatever. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Either way, it's
It-
a lot
it
of
would
money to
depend
spend on a
on-
tree.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And just to keep them alive for a month.
Right? And to
You
keep it alive too, you got
Yeah.
to keep it alive.
Yeah. You gotta it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, you know? So
Yeah.
it's a nice idea, but man.
Now, if artificial tree manufacturers were smart, they would have some way to excrete natural tree smell without you having to hang a car air freshener. on your
Something
tree.
tells me they probably got something like that.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
think
sure.
with the tree though. It's more of the add-on. type
Yeah.
thing.
Well,
Yeah.
even in like one of the light
yeah,
bulbs,
maybe.
one
Yeah.
of the light bulbs could be an emitter
Yeah.
of scent, right? On the string
Yeah.
or something. You, like you say, you could have a third party add on.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you can get Scentsies and other smelly things that you can use
Well,
in
yeah.
place of that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it would be smart for them to
It would be a
incorporate that.
novel inclusion.
I
to
feel
an
like that.
artificial tree.
I would be very surprised if that hasn't been done yet.
Yeah, no, I think you called it out. The
Yeah.
Sensi type concept, they do have things of this nature. They have
Yeah.
the
But I was-
different season.
But I was thinking involved in the tree itself, not an off, like a sensor you plug into the wall close to.
But
the
I think
thing,
the issue with
or-
that, then you jump the price up, and that's probably. What
Oh,
they're
I think it's
thinking.
just you're adding a complication with a minimal value where it's a lot
Yeah.
simpler to build and prep and have it be an add-on that you buy
Yeah,
separate.
you can go and,
Now, all of that just that I blurbed out, I have seen the trees that are the you unpack them and they have the lights and
Oh,
everything
yeah,
already on them.
That's a big deal now. You got a remote
Sure.
control to
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
you don't put
change-
anything on
it's
it.
got
You
a
just
fucking
unpack
app
it.
on your phone.
I literally got a tree. I could take it out of the box, plug it in. It's good to go.
Yeah,
I don't
you just
fucking
got to put
around,
on the
yeah.
ornaments, right?
Yeah, only a few though. Only a few. It's pretty much got a bunch of stuff already on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even like Christmas balls. and
Yeah.
shit?
Well,
Oh.
no, the Christmas balls, no, but there's like some like angel-y thingies and bell.
Oh, really?
thingies. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
you can get
great.
those.
It's great.
Well, I've seen the pre-lit ones, but I didn't know they had ones that had fucking.
That's great. You can get some
you can
with
get ones that have presents underneath already.
presents already
fucking-
good. Yep.
You can get an
Exactly.
oven that's got a turkey dinner
And
already.
this one comes with a whole family. Like, you literally don't even need to have a family anymore.
This one's got grow a grandma.
That's right. That's pretty great.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's coming up. We've got a couple of weeks now.
Yeah,
Another
3-ish,
fucking
something like
year.
that.
And then we'll talk about 2022 in comparison to 2021.
I wouldn't say in comparison, but we'll have
Maybe
the
not
chat.
comparison, yeah.
I don't know if I can
I
go
think
that
we'll be
deep.
crying a
considering-
lot more than anything else if we try to compare.
I'm considering the past 2 years. They're called 20.
Yeah.
Because they just kind of are the same.
for sure.
Yeah. This is, I'm going to save that argument for the new year. Let's
That's
say that
for
one.
another-
We're
yeah.
near the end.
It's
here.
like the
I think we
it's like the
are. We're near
beginning
the
of
end.
Mega Man video games in the year 20XX.
Yeah.
2021 and 2022 are now considered 20XX.
Yeah, not 2010. It's 20XX.
Yeah,
That's
20XX.
right. Yeah,
Hmm.
agreed. All right, gentlemen, have we been properly distracted?
I feel good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. And you out there, did you get distracted with us? Of course you did. That's why you listen to this. What are your thoughts on our conversation? Do you like what we talked about? Do you not like what we talked about? Just, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you and keep the conversation going, all things Sarcastic Distractions. If you like what we're doing here, we got ourselves a little Buy Me a Coffee link. Please, by all means, shoot us some cash there if you want to help us pay for Bubbly. Or Bubbly, if you want to be a sponsor, please, by all means, bring us up. And for anybody out there that's not feeling well in the mental department, especially this time of year, which is pretty darn common, we just want to let you know that you matter not just to us, but to those that are in your life. So we're going to have links in our description so you can find any help that you may need to talk to someone, if you need to talk to somebody. But until next time, I've been Harvey.
I'm Dave.
Bubbly, seriously. If you want to sponsor us, that'd be great. Like, I will take a picture. I will take a picture of our table in the studio.
Oh, you
Dave,
may.
And just to show you how much we love your. It's a problem.
It's starting to
Bubbly,
look like the
Bubbly,
Coke wall.
it's a problem. Okay. So if you would like, I've been AJ.
Now, AJ,
Give us Bubbly.
what if
What
Bubbly
if?
said they're going to sponsor us, but they're only giving us strawberry bubblies?
And that's how they're going to sponsor.
That's it,
That's
that's
the
it.
only way they're going to
That's the
sponsor
only
us.
way.
I would politely decline. I mean, you guys can be sponsored by Bubbly. That's fine.
But AJ's segment,
But I will
definitely not.
politely decline and continue to purchase their wonderful product.
Love it. And just like that, guys, you got yourself sarcastically distracted. Thanks so much for joining our fun time. We hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful night. Peace.
Take care, all.
Bye now.